レッズとのワイルドカードシリーズ第2戦を制し、2連勝でフィリーズとの地区シリーズ進出を決めたドジャース。熱戦を終えた日本時間10月3日、各米番組では、レッズ戦を振り返り、フィリーズ戦に向けて、ドジャースの課題などを語りました。ここからは、その様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
The Dodgers have advanced. They roll the Reds 8-4. They win that series. They advance to the divisional round where they will face the Phillies. LA clicking now. They scored 18 runs, the most by a defending champion through 2 games of a postseason since the 1956 Dodgers. And with that thought, we bring in Robert Stanberry Olney III, who gets up with us early this morning. Let me start quickly with the Dodgers there, because their manager Dave Roberts announced that Shohei Ohtani will pitch Game 1 of that DS against the Phillies. What do we expect in what will be the most anticipated start that we've seen in a long time?
Greeny, total dominance based on how Ohtani finished the season. Think about this. In his last 4 starts, 19 2/3 innings, 1 run allowed, 4 walks in 27 strikeouts. All year, the Dodgers had this long, slow ramp up of Ohtani's pitch count, and man, it has paid off. They wanted to get him ready for October. That's exactly where we are. Look, I know you covered Michael Jordan, and he might be the greatest ever. I know that every time we see Shohei Ohtani play, we have to remind ourselves how unique he is, the greatest baseball player we've ever seen. Everything he does as a hitter and as a pitcher.
Yeah, they come along once a century, like Shohei Ohtani.
You know what else, though? It's the equalizer for the Dodgers. Nobody has the big 3. You just don't. You got Harper, Schwarber, Trey Turner.
Those are pretty big.
Yeah, they're big names. But look, I want to show you, just in this series, we watched Shohei first at bat off Hunter, home run. Later in the game, a missile bomb. We're used to that, right? We see those type of things. These guys know how to play baseball, man. Mookie had 3 doubles yesterday. But I want to show you how they went about it. Freddie was doing his things he always does. I mean, they swing the bats, they do that. That's what they do. But they play the game of baseball. Here we are, runner on second base. Shohei comes up, ground ball to the right side, no outs. All right, he moves him up. Runner at third base, 1 out. Nice job, Shohei. Freddie, I got you. Okay, no problem. Mook, base hit. All right, this is what they do. All right, then they recognize situations better than anybody else. I'll just continue to show you. Shohei, ground ball to the right side, we're first and third, and drive in a run. That's what they do. They play the game. Now Mookie comes up, they put an inverted shift on him, bring the infield in. He says, I'll just drive him by the third baseman. That's a double. I'm bringing in the runs. I don't have to hit a ball in the air. I'm going to play the game of baseball. So these are the little things that they do that you don't necessarily look at because we're enamored by the power and all the things they do and the OPS and, you know, they're going to walk and they do so much more that creates damage. In this situation, they take the walk to Freddie, and when you get everybody working, Mookie and Shohei score a ton of runs.
But Teoscar has had a pretty good 2 games.
Yeah,
so
he really
drives
did.
it. That's good production behind him.
But I'm just saying, yeah, Magic, I'm waving it too. They do, but my point is, it's not just home runs. They do so many things. They play baseball.
Watching the Dodgers last year, the last couple of years, and so far what we saw in 2 games against the Reds, the closest we've seen, that I've seen, those Joe Torre great Yankee teams. A dangerous combo, having great players, but great players that play the game the right way is a lethal combination.
Jeff Brantley, their color guy with the play-by-play, calling the games, September 10th in San Diego. I want you to listen to the sound. He referred to them as cockroaches.
All right.
Take a listen.
Savion strikes him out on 3. The Reds take the day and the series. These guys are like cockroaches. You can't kill them. You can stomp all around. You can't kill them. They're still alive.
And you couldn't kill them all year because their starting rotation threw up zeros. Their offense found a way to win. They played fundamentally sound baseball. But we know a thing or two about cockroaches on this set.
That's right.
One of our hosts has a real thing about it. I'm going to flash back.
Yeah.
Robert, this was one of the weird times you weren't in studio.
Oh, here we go.
Take a listen.
This morning, I went to make eggs. I grabbed the pan, a baby.
Full infestation.
Don't say that.
There is a full infestation in your
know
apartment.
my theory? I think the big roach was pregnant. So I Googled how roaches get pregnant. the men flap their arms.
Yes, they do. That's how I do. I come in, I start flapping my arms.
Of course they do.
Hey, honey.
The Reds tried to bring a full infestation to Dodger Stadium, flapping their arms. Didn't matter. Dave Roberts said, get out of here. We're cleaning house. We're going to make sure Ellie De La Cruz and everybody associated with these cockroaches has got to go away in the next 2 games. And that's what happened. Hey, listen, Shohei Ohtani, he's going to start game 1 of the division series, and I am here for it in Citizens Bank Park. But you can't deny the fact he homered twice in game 1. He added a ribby in game 2. He has been phenomenal. How about Yamamoto last night? Comes out of the box just spinning this wiffle ball breaking ball and allows 2 unearned runs in the first inning of game 2 and then nothing else over the final 5 2/3. He is 3-0 with a 2.84 ERA in 5 career postseason starts. Mookie Betts has found it. He'll get rid of some cockroaches for you. Mook, 6 for 8 in the first 2 games against the Reds, including 4 hits, 3 of them doubles, 3 ribbies in game 2. His first career postseason game with 3 extra base hits.
I can't even hear that.
I know. Kike shows up time and time again for this Dodger team in the postseason on both sides of the ball. Kike went 4 for 8 with a double, 3 runs scored in 2 games against the Reds, and that play in left center. Running the bases, getting the boys going, and then Robert, Roki Sasaki.
I mean, look, if this guy...
It could be the weapon that puts them over the top.
It could.
I still want to see him go into Citizens Bank with people's heads falling off and land a split in a big spot. But... that being said, Cincinnati, you had an amazing year. It's just you went into Dodger Stadium, and little did you know that Dave Roberts was an exterminator. Cincinnati struggled to score runs all year. So to think they were going to walk into Dodger Stadium with Snell and Yamamoto.
But this experience for the Reds was really good for them moving forward. Got to be excited about where
so many good things came out of this year.
Yeah.
Their starting rotation is good enough to take them to a World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep getting better. Hunter Green's going to keep getting better. Lodolo was fantastic. Abbott was an all-star for him this year. Santillan and Pagan on the back end of the bullpen. Sal Stewart came up at the end of the year and looks really like an offensive force. You got a down year from Ellie De La Cruz. This will be his floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's only going to get better. And they were able to find their way into the postseason. And just hats off to Cincinnati Reds ownership and GM, whose ever idea it was to pick up the phone last offseason and try and lure Terry Francona, because that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me it doesn't matter when players can look down and see a guy who's been there, done that, never panics?
Sasaki last night comes in and works the ninth. He was perfect, like 11 pitches, 9 for strikes, 2 strikeouts, 100 miles an hour. His last major league start, like before he came back for 2 relief appearances in September, was May 9th. So this guy was lost in the wilderness for a long time. How did he come back and pitch the way he's pitching?
Yeah, this is his 3rd game back from that IL. He's looked outstanding since he's been back. I'm not sure what they did with him behind the scenes, but they fixed the velocity piece, up almost 4 miles an hour on average since coming back from the IL. That'll play in a short stint, and the splitter's been unbelievable. It's a tough pitch to command, which is one of my worries about Roki if he were to get some traffic, guys in scoring position as we go. But the stuff is unbelievable right now. 100 miles an hour with an unhittable splitter.
And the Dodgers' pen, shaky. And yet, they used Blake Treinen twice, but they didn't. No Tanner Scott, no Kirby Yates. They're free agent acquisitions who have been quality guys the last few years. Now, their ERA is not good since the All-Star break. Yikes. So if you're Dave Roberts, what do you do? What do you go to?
Yeah, you got to figure it out here. Treinen, he pitched so well, performed so well in last year's October run that's probably likely on the mind of Roberts here. And for the other 2 guys, it's just been an issue of getting crushed when they were down the middle. Walk rate's been bad, but also a lot of bad misses down the middle. Tanner Scott, you got to find a way to get him going, but I don't think you do it necessarily when your back's against the wall right now.
You can't have your circle of trust that tight going in. You're just really, they got through the wild card, but this is normally where they start. They're playing Philadelphia. Now they got division series, LCS possibly. World Series possibly. You can't start that tight, can you?
No, I think Emmett Sheehan was supposed to play into this a little bit. They used him and gave up 2 runs yesterday. That didn't look great. Vesia had a tough first game. So they're trying to figure out the mix here. And I think this changes on a day-to-day basis. That circle of trust that we just talked about, it grows, it shrinks. People come in, people come out. It's whatever it takes. But when you have a guy like Yamamoto doing what he does, it does lessen the load a little bit.
By the way, throwing Kershaw, I didn't like that move either. Just quickly, did that bother you? Saying, no, cutthroat, these are our best guys? Or do you throw Kershaw out there?
I have been, a veteran player left off a playoff roster. I felt emotionally for him, but I do think they're planning on using him maybe if they, now when they're going to play the Phillies in some sort of role. They kept him in the starting just in case something goes wrong. So I think that was more of the calculus there. But I'd love to have the know-how of Clayton Kershaw on my team at any time.
He's been good. It's not even for the memories or anything. All right.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。